Hey everyone, Dave here again, back on the 2010 Ford F-150, and I've got a new message on the dashboard. Got a blinking low tire icon and then a tire pressure monitoring fault. So I went ahead and ordered and got 4 new tire pressure monitoring sensors. I'm going to install them in the truck, and so let's get started. Okay, so now I've taken the valve out of the valve stem. There's no air in the tire at all. I need to break the bead off of this front side of the tire, not the back, so I don't have to worry about rebalancing the tire because the tire and the rim relationship is not going to change. But I need to break this bead, and what I'm going to use is the Bead Buster XB450. You got to have something to do this job, you know, without killing yourself. And I'm all for buying a tool to make things easier. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go on the opposite side of the tire from the actual sensor, because I don't want to, I don't know if I'm going to be bumping up against this thing when I break the bead or not, so I'll break the bead over here just in case you weren't replacing this. You don't want to damage it. So let's get started with the Bead Buster 450. Okay, so first thing I did was sprayed some soapy water all around the bead just to try to get the rubber to slide a little easier if I can across the rim. Now I'm going to put this Bead Buster on here. We've got this little foot here that I'm going to stick inside between the rim and the tire, like that. And then I'm going to tighten down this bolt until this leg is, perpendicular to the rim. But I was having some trouble just because of the shape of this rim. It has like a ramp, and this leg was walking up this ramp, getting this whole thing out of position. So I need to come up with something to maybe wedge in between here so that this thing stays in position. And what I've come up with is just a small block of wood. I'll slide this block of wood in there like that, and so now there's a little bit of less of a ramp and the wood is not so slippery, and I should be able to now tighten this bolt down until this whole thing swings so that it's pushing perpendicular to the wheel. I want it to go straight in. I don't want it to go inside the wheel, and I don't want it to come outside onto the tire. I just want it to push the bead straight across the bead of the rim. And so this is a 19 mil. And again, I'm going to crank this bolt until this other foot is perpendicular to the rim. And I'm just going to use hand tools here. Okay, I think that looks good. Now this bolt is going straight across the bead to push it off. And you'll see as I do this how it works. Alright, this might be a better look as to what I'm doing here. And I'm going to wedge this block in here so that it doesn't kind of walk up the ramp of the rim. Okay, so now this bolt looks like it's heading straight back, perpendicular to the rim. And now we're going to sock on this bolt and see if we can't push this tire right off the rim. I think I'm there. Let's see if I can get you a better look now as to what's actually happening. See, now that tire I'm going to try to now just push the rest of the tire around off of the bead. But that's what that looks like there. Here's where I'm going to spray some more soapy water in here. There we go. Alright, now I can take this off. And the bead should be busted. Alright, and there is the tire. The outside bead has been removed. And that's what we're going to replace right there. So let me see if I can figure out a way to hold this tire in this position so I can get my hands in here to get this out. Alright, so looking around the shop here, I got my trusty old pieces of scrap wood that are always close by. Let's see if I can just wedge a couple pieces in here. Like that. Now I've got access to my sensor. And let's get this thing out of here and pop a new one in. Alright, I'm not exactly sure. These are the snap-in types, so it's just a rubber valve stem, just like your traditional one, to get it out. I'm not exactly sure the best way to do this. I'm going to try to pull it through. And we'll see if we have any luck with this. Yeah. Well, that didn't work. We still got to get this thing out of here. I'm going to try to cut this shoulder off, this rubber shoulder off, and pull it out. Let me try that. Yeah, let me just try and see if I can get rid of this shoulder piece here. Now let me see if I can pull it out just from there. Gotta work at it. There we go. That should come out. It should. There we go. Alright, so that's out. Alright, here are the sensors that I've got. There's the part number. Got these on Amazon. And this is what they look like. This is what they look like. Hopefully these are the ones that will work on this truck. So, just going to pull them through from the inside. Put some soapy water in here so it will slide through nice and easy. I want to be careful not to drop this thing in there. There we go. And now I should just be able to pull it through here. A little more soapy water. And there it is. Alright, now we'll get the tire back on the bead, and we'll do this with all 4 tires, and then we'll come back and I'll try to program all 4 of them. Alright, now I want to reseat this bead, which sometimes can be a problem. You just got to get air pressure started, and then it will do it all by itself. So I'm going to pump air in this thing at the same time. I'm going to try to pull this tire out towards the bead, and we'll just see what happens. Hopefully it'll start pressurizing. See, right now it's just leaking right out here. So I'm going to pressurize this and then pull on the tire. There we go. Alright. So we've got a seal now, so about 10 psi should set this bead. Woo! Alright, yeah, that was about 9 psi to get that thing to seat. So now we'll just pump it up to 35 psi like the door jamb says. And I'm going to go around and do the other 3 wheels, and then we'll program them, and we should be in business. Let's hope. Okay, I replaced all 4 sensors and all 4 tires, and now I'm going to reprogram them with this little device that I purchased online. There's the part numbers for it. I just Googled it and got it on Amazon. And so let's program them. And the way to do that is to turn the key on, and then turn the flashers on and off 3 times fast. And the horn beeped once. And now I've got a train left front tire, so we're going to start the left front. We're going to go clockwise around the vehicle. And so here we are with our device. I'm going to push the button. Beeped, that's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And I don't know if you can see that. Same thing. 4. So I got a beep on all 4. And now let's start the car. And our tire light indicator and our faults, training complete, are all taken care of. So I'm going to shut the car off, restart it, and the light goes out. Beautiful. So that wasn't too bad. You know, with the right tool, that bead buster was probably the biggest thing. You get one of those, you replace the sensors, you train them, and you're off to the races. Hope this was helpful. If so, consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, thanks for watching.